Hello, wonderful people, and welcome again to our graphic designing journey with Canva or in Canva. And my name is still Bernard, and today we'll be doing a flyer, or we'll be designing a flyer like this. We'll be designing it from scratch using no templates available. So let's get right into it. Now, if you've been following me for some time, you know I keep mentioning this 48 by 48 inches workspace or work area. So if you don't know how to get it, please watch my previous tutorials and then you get how to get that. So for me to move a little faster, I'll be skipping that. So now we would want to design something as simple as this, and let's get right into it. So now, first of all, I insert my background, and this is the name of the background I inserted, which is this very one, white sunburst background. This is what I used. So I click and then position it and then fill it, drag to fill. Now my background is inserted. So I come to elements and then look for this rounded corner square frame with borders or with border. So, or you could also just search for frames, and then when it loads, you go to see all. That is the frame side. You go to see all and you scroll down, and this is the very frame I used. Make sure it is the square one, and or for this particular design, how I'd want to it to look like, I intentionally chose the square one. So let's position, and let me leave the border color for now. It's blue, but I'll leave it for now because my theme color is my main color is green, but I'll leave the blue for now because I want to import some of those things or some of those options. Then I can use the colors in them to get the correct color I want. So now, in previous tutorials I showed how to get or how to download images. You can download images from Google, but I would want to say this, that sometimes when you are downloading from Google, you need to be very careful. It is not every image you can use from Google. There are some image that has copyrights, and you might get in trouble with that. So be careful when you're using images from Google. And there's also another option, or there's another alternative, a platform called Pixabay, that you come and then you can search for anything you want, and you should get a result on it. Some pictures are for sale, and then some are also free. So just know how to maneuver your way around. Now I want to insert. I searched for a farm field. Now I already have it here, so I don't want to download it. I've already downloaded it. So I searched for farm field and then I insert it into my frame. So now I can change the border of my frame since I have a color to work with. So I'm choosing this very light green, which is 8F AF 3F. So that is what I'm using for now. And then also in previous tutorial we inserted this lady here. I would want to use her. Now we downloaded it, or I downloaded it from Google, and then after downloading it I used remove.bg to remove the background. So for this very one, or to be able to remove the background with remove.bg, you would have to download it. So let's say, for example, I would want to use this lady here. So I click the thumbnail for it to load on the side, and then when it's finished loading, I have to save to my PC. When I save to my PC or I finish downloading to my PC, then I come to remove.bg and then upload the image and click to remove the background. And then when the background is removed, then I download it and then bring it into my workspace. But we've gone through some of them in previous tutorials, so I would want to move straight forward. Now, this issue is because there's a frame, and any image you try to hover or you try to take over a frame, it will want to accept. So to avoid that, I just hold down the control and then the frame will ignore. And I think I'm okay with this. Let me see if I can resize. But generally I'm okay with it. Let me cut off this excess. Generally I'm okay with this. Come to element again and then insert this second element and then also position it, but I would want to change the color to this and take it to the back. So I position it and then work around it, play around it, get something out of it. Yes, so I would want this side to be longer. And let me just maintain it like this. Okay, so I'm okay with this. And yes, I think I'm okay with this. And then I still come to elements, and because I've used some of them recently, I would want to show you them. I use this very element. The name is green leaves illusion. So sorry, illustration. Why did I say illusion? Green leaves illustration. So you could search for the name in your element. So I insert this and then I change the color to the one I have and then rotate it to the side and resize it and position it where I think I'm okay. So sometimes I use my arrow key to do the positioning. Now, when I think I'm okay and then I'm done with arranging these elements, what I'll do is I'll group them. But you realize the background is also okay. So for this is what sometimes I'll do. I'll take the background or any image that is distracting my grouping. So then I can group them so that I can move them about as one element and then bring back whatever changes that I did. And then I can choose to resize and it will affect it as one element, or it will work on it as one element. Now we are moving forward. I inserted this leaf. This is isolated cutout PNG. It's a leaf, so I inserted it and then resize and randomly position. And fortunately enough, it comes with its own shadow effect, which I really like. So I can position it wherever I feel I'm okay. I can position it, and this is what I'll do. I come to edit image, and then scroll down and look for blur and then I try to blur it out just a little bit. But let me show you another trick also that you could also blur with. You come to adjust and then you see all, and then you can also blur from here. Sometimes you just have to be patient with Canva since it's online. Online it has some few issues with them, so you just have to be patient sometimes. So I blur it out. This is how I want it, and then reposition, rotate, I'm just positioning them randomly in no particular order. So now we are moving forward. Now I set my tomato slice. Okay, so tomato slice illusion. Oh, illustration. Why do I keep saying illusion? Okay, maybe I'll figure it out why I'm saying illusion. But as tomato slice illustration. So I insert that also. Today I'm working in my recent. All the elements I used, I'm working with them from my recent or in my recent. So I do the same blurring effect to it. So I come to and then look for blur and blur it to the point I think I'm okay, and then do some changes to it, maybe resize, duplicate, and also place them randomly or place it randomly. So I can decide to take this to the back of that and look for another place, another random place to place it. Now we are moving forward. I think I inserted this chili pepper, but it wasn't really. Now it is not every element you can actually blur. What happens is, when you want to insert an element, you see the image or the photo part and then the graphic part. For graphic elements you insert, you cannot blur, but for the photo, the photo elements you insert, you can blur. So the ones that I cannot blur, I rather reduce the transparency, and it works okay for me. So now let's do this simple logo. I actually did this simple logo here, and let's do the same thing. So let me open another workspace, so that we'll be doing that there. Now I searched for a green market store. So I had this. I actually had to look for it, and sometimes you have to play around with keywords. So I used different keywords to get this. So I actually chose this, or I selected this, and then I also searched for vegetables, and I also chose one. Now mind you, they all had, or they are all having background. So after downloading them, I came to image remove.bg. I came to remove.bg to remove the backgrounds so that I'll have them transparent, and then came to Canva and then arrange them separately here. So let me show you how I did it. Now I've already inserted them. So this is the first one without a background. Mind you, this is a white background. That's why you're even seeing it as. So you realize it has no background. I can change the background color, and then whatever I do, it affects, or you could see through it. And then I also remove the background, or in remove.bg. So I just position the vegetables here to look like there are vegetables on the stall, and then I just grouped them, and now I move it onto my work area and then resize just to represent my logo for this particular design. So yeah, then I try and then position. Now I used a text, a particular text box, but since it is not for anybody, I can use any text box I want and just position. I'm just working around something to represent my logo. So I'll change this color to my usual green, or the green for this particular. Yes, so my company name was Happy Farms. I like doing copy and paste a lot. Even when it comes to programming, or when it comes to coding, I still do copy and paste. It's, well, I would want to say it's laziness, but I actually know how to type. I am very good at typing, but sometimes I just don't want to type. That's just by the way. So we still moving on, and let's insert this text box. So it's saying order fresh vegetables direct from the farm, from the comfort of your home or office. So let's insert those texts. So let me copy this also. So I'm only copying the text. Copy text, and then let me insert a text box. And then paste what I copied, and then delete any excess space. Let me select all and then capitalize them, and then maybe reduce the size a little bit. This is too much. Let me work with 100 and then bolden it. So position it well, and then come to elements and then insert still this element. I like using this element a lot. And then try and then position it. So now I come to color and choose a gradient color or anything gradient. Then I come to the color side and then change the colors. So now this is what I'll do. I'll come here. I want to pick the exact color. So it's either I come here to ungroup, but when I ungroup, I can't group it back unless I do another shifting and all. But so let me ignore picking the color from this, the frame border, the frame border that came with it, and then even the elements we inserted at the back with this particular color. There's another way also to do that. So I come to my color, and then I choose the gradient because I want to work with two different colors. So now I choose one color and then use this to color picker, and then put it on the color I want, and then it gives me the color. Enter. And for this side, I'll still use green, but I'll look for a darker shade. So let me okay, let me work with this. And now let me do my right up. Okay, I'll duplicate and then flip it or rotate it to -180, exactly -180. It's straight when it's on -180, yes. And then do some positioning. This is what font style did I use for this? Oswald, sorry, I use Oswald. So let me search for Oswald. So that's done. And then since it's Oswald, let me see if, yes, I could still increase the font size, or rather increase this, and then position this well. So since that is done, I have to look at this and also look at that. Now, before you duplicate any element, make sure the element is in the right or it's having the right measurement or the right positioning you want. So when you duplicate, so if I do any major changes on this, then I would have to delete this, because uh, doing the changes individually, I may not get it as good as I want, or as perfect as I want. And there's nothing perfect than the original of it. So I'll just delete this, and then that is if I did any major changes to this particular element, then I'll just delete this, and then after I'm done with this major change, then I just duplicate and then flip it over again. So that's how sometimes I do it to get close to perfection. So now let's insert this. It says from the comfort of your home, from the comfort of your. So I inserted just a simple text box, and then reduce and paste. So now I would have to increase the font and then change it to white. Oh, I didn't change to white. Bolden it, and okay, I wanted to resize the rectangle, but I'll just leave it like that. And then also let me duplicate this text box and then position it so I get the other contents. Okay, so home or office, but this is 147. So there's some uppercase and then the other lower cases. So I just come to uppercase. I want it even in uppercase, so I think I'm okay with this. Position this here, and then come to insert another element, and then position and stretch, and also give this a gradient, but I would want to change the black side to, or the darker side to, a lighter. Yes, so I think I'm okay with this. And then let me see the information. So it's basically contact, email, and website, because if the person can be able to order it, or yes, order from their phone or from the comfort of their home or office, then they would need an online platform to work with. So at least it's very wise to have a website. And yes, so, and wow, as simple as that, we are done. So you can just be working around. If I can move this, so I can be able to group this and then work with them as one, and then bring this back. So let me see if I can get the middle. And I keep saying that sometimes you have to use your discretion. The software may not be suggesting what you want, or it would also it has a mind, of its own, and then you'll be doing things that it thinks is right. So you directing it, or you wanting or you wanting it to do a particular thing, sometimes you would also have to be careful what it's doing, and then also use your discretion to also make sure you are getting exactly what you want it to do. So this is it. This is just a simple flyer we've just done, and it's looking it's looking okay. It's looking okay. You can add other things. I wanted to add a QR code probably to the website, but again, there's not any 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 original website, so I didn't add the QR code. But you could add some few things, and you could even add. I can even decide to add the the vegetables that I have, or the fresh, yeah, something like the vegetables that I have. So I can decide to be listing them. So I can decide to list them here, so that when you're ordering, you know that, okay, I have this, I don't have that. So it's all about knowing what you want, and then having the understanding how to use the platform, that is Canva, to get what you want. So basically, thank you for joining me, and then please share and comment, subscribe, and like for such content. And thank you for joining me. My name is still Bernard, and hope to see you in my next video. Have a wonderful day. Bye bye.